So today I am doing another first impressions, and I will be doing the first impressions on the Tarte High Performance Naturals Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Airbrush Foundation. Now that is a mouthful. I heard a lot of good things about this product from Essie Button or Estee on her channel, and I wanted to give it a try because I know her skin is like super dry, and she also has, I think she says she has eczema. So my skin is combination dry and oily. I get oily on my T-zone, and I have dry patches on my cheeks and on the corners of my mouth, sometimes on my chin as well. I wanted to give this a try for all of you normal to combination skin, and I got the Airbrush brush as well because it's recommended to go together, and I like that it describes to you on the packaging what color that actually means. So the light medium neutral means light to medium skin with yellow and pink undertones, and all of the things that it says Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Airbrush Foundation offers weightless coverage that lasts while the Skintuitive formula delivers a flawless natural finish without setting into fine lines and wrinkles. 91% of women saw an overall improvement in the appearance of skin with continued use. That's awesome. This is actually going to be the first Tarte foundation I'm using. A lot of their products are also gluten-free and vegan. So if you're very cautious of that kind of stuff, then you want to maybe try out their products. Packaging is really cool. It's got the bamboo little top cap, and then you squeeze it open, or you turn it open, and then it's kind of got like an concaved little thing and a little stopper on this end, and it's got this little netting. So I don't know if you can see that, but it's got this like little netting to kind of keep all the powder in, and I'm assuming this little stopper, when you close it, will keep it all in there. And then I'm gonna open up the Airbrush brush. It's a bamboo powder foundation brush is what it says on here. And it says the Airbrush bamboo powder foundation brush is the perfect complement for the Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Airbrush Foundation. No shaking necessarily. Gently press the brush into the foundation, tap away the excess, buff onto skin in circular motions until desired coverage is achieved. So this brush actually fits perfectly into this little round thing, and it says to just press down and then dust off or tap off the excess. Well, that's a lot of excess. You guys see how much excess that was? Maybe don't press down so hard. The mineral foundation is great if you're in a humid climate. Any powder foundation is really great if you're in a humid climate like Florida or a tropical climate. It feels really light. I feel like I'm not wearing anything, honestly. I don't really see a difference just yet in coverage. So I'm going to keep going and see how this builds. So I packed a little bit more on the brush. I didn't tap as much excess off for my forehead, and it definitely covered a lot more. So I think that's the trick. So you still see all that product, and then just buff it in, I think is what you're supposed to do. At least for the coverage I'm going for, which is like a light to medium coverage. Okay, so I've applied the foundation. I have not put any primers on or anything else. It goes on really easily. It blends really well with this little baby next to it, the Airbrush that goes with it. As far as a full coverage, I'm not gonna say it's a full coverage for me. Currently, it is 12 o'clock noon. I'm going to actually film a makeup tutorial for Pretty Little Liars Emily, and I will check back in a little bit. Okay guys, so I just finished filming my Emily tutorial for Pretty Little Liars, and this foundation actually looks better as time goes on, which is bizarre in my mind, because as I was doing the rest of my makeup, I was like, oh my gosh, this foundation's like mixing with my skin's pH or something, because it's wearing better. And definitely you can't even tell I'm wearing this foundation. It is so flawless and so natural. The finish is just kind of like, it just blends right in and I can't even tell. So I'm loving it so far. I did not powder. I did apply an under eye concealer and I did set that slightly with a little bit of my Laura Mercier powder, but just a tiny little bit under my eyes. I have not applied powder anywhere else. I did apply blush and bronzer obviously for my tutorial, and I'm going to try and not powder because this is a powder foundation, so I don't think I should have to add more powder on top of powder foundation. So I will check back in. It is 1:04 right now, so I've had it on already for about an hour. Took me an hour to film my tutorial. I don't know why it takes so long. I've had it on. It feels good still. It does not feel like I'm wearing any makeup. It looks really good. I don't know how it looks for you guys on camera, but I really much enjoy it, and I will check back in a few hours. Hi guys, it is now 2:48 and I'm at the post office. Well, my husband and I are at the post office. I was freaking out because I'm changing my name to my married name a year and a half later. So I'm just waiting for the paperwork, but it turned out it wasn't for me, whatever. Anyways, mix up at the post office. I am wearing the makeup still. It looks really good in person. Like, I really like how this looks in person. It looks very natural. It doesn't look like I'm wearing any foundation, which is what I love about foundation. I want it to look flawless, and some of it has to do a lot with skincare, so I take really good care of my skin so that my makeup can do its job, which is look like I have perfect skin. And yeah, not saying I have perfect skin. I definitely need some help with makeup. But yeah, it looks really good. It's not shiny or greasy. It's wearing really well. It's still a really good coverage. It's very natural and flawless looking. And I mean, here's my concern is I don't think this is going to cover like major hyperpigmentation, major scars, or major acne. I think if you have pretty decent skin to begin with, it's gonna cover that. But if you can see here, I don't know if you can see on camera, for I'm just being really picky, but I have some acne scarring here and this isn't covering it. So I don't know if you can tell, and I don't know if you guys can ever tell that I have like acne scarring here, but you can't cover that. And most of my foundation, you can't cover that. You really do need an extra concealer. I mean, it kind of airbrushes it out a little bit so that it blends more naturally into my skin and it's not as noticeable. So, and down here I have like a couple spots, like, well, these are freckles, and then these, you know, I have freckles around here. So I don't know, close up you can definitely see my freckles still. So that's just an example of the coverage. It's very nice for everyday, day-to-day, perfect for like school and work. But if you're trying to cover like major rosacea or anything like that, I just don't know if it's going to do the job. It did get rid of a little bit of redness, but I don't have a ton to begin with, so I'm not sure. But yes, so far, what time did I say? I think that it's been like almost 3 hours, because it's now 2:51. So I think it's like almost 3 hours. It's still wearing really well. We're going to go to lunch and I will check back in again. Hi guys, so it is now 7:58. It's almost 8 o'clock and it's been on for about 8 hours. This foundation is freaking amazing because I have yet to blot or powder. And you guys can see very clearly on camera, I don't need any. I don't need any retouching. Still feels like my skin. I'm a huge fan. I love it. I love that it's paraben free. I love that it's really wearable. It's a very natural look. It doesn't look like you're wearing any makeup. It doesn't feel like you're wearing any makeup. It's got light to medium coverage. Like I said in my last check-in, while I was out at the post office. I don't know how well it's going to cover up redness, like severe redness. It will cover up minor redness and blemishes, but if you have severe acne, rosacea, or anything like that, I just don't know how it's going to fare in that situation. But if you have pretty normal skin, even if you have patchy skin or oily skin, it definitely wears really well. It really evens out my whole skin tone and look. I really am a fan so far, and I can't wait to try out more Tarte foundations because I'm truly impressed with this foundation. I love how they describe the names of the foundation by saying, you know, light, medium, neutral, and then in parentheses it says light to medium skin with yellow and pink undertones. That really is helpful in finding your foundation shade, narrowing it down, especially if you're purchasing online or if you're purchasing and you're just not quite sure and you're not able to get someone to help you specifically, or if you just don't want to apply a ton of makeup on your face. And I really like the little sifter thing. It's really easy to use and travel with because it has a little stopper, and again, this brush is just perfect for the fit of the little mesh netting. It's very convenient, much easier to use than most powders or powder foundations, loose powder foundations I should say. So loving this little combination. Would I suggest it as a purchase? Yes, I definitely suggest that as a purchase. If you're looking for light to medium coverage, if you have oily combination skin, even if you have slightly drier skin and you're looking for something that is for humid climates, because like I said, I love powdered foundations and mineral foundations for humid climates. I'm loving this right now and it's not even summertime yet. It's not humid for us. It's actually dry and cooler, not cold, but windy and cooler in Southern California, and I'm loving the way it's wearing. So I'm gonna probably go back to this foundation a lot and wear it a lot because it's so easy to use. There's just something about mineral powder foundations that are so wearable and so easy to use, so convenient. So I really like it, and I highly suggest trying it out yourselves. And yeah, so if you guys are curious about colors for yourself, know what your undertones are, and also I know a lot of people ask me what my MAC foundation color is. I unfortunately do not wear MAC foundations. I do not like them. I grew up having to wear them for acting and dance, and honestly I hate them. I think there's much better products out there for your skin. I don't like the way they feel on your skin. I don't like the way they clog my pores. I also just don't like the way they look on my skin. They're great for when you're filming, and even when filming I prefer to use other products now, especially with HD cameras. And most of the professional makeup artists that put makeup on me for films or television and commercials don't even use MAC products anymore. It's something that they used to use a lot when I was younger, but now with all the different foundations out there, it's just not that great, and I don't think it looks good on you in person. I just feel like it always looks cakey. It always looks like you're wearing a ton of makeup. But if you're on stage, or if you're a dancer and you're performing, or you're performing a lot live, it is a great makeup for that kind of a situation. But like I said, I don't do that anymore very often, so I don't wear it. And even if I were to perform now, I have other products I prefer. So I don't know what my current MAC shade is. I should go get swatched so I can tell you guys, but I just don't like their face products that much that I don't even want to go into the store to get swatched. I just don't want their foundations on my skin. I like their eyeshadows. They're great eyeshadows. I like their mineralized skin finish and soft and gentle, and I like some of their eyeshadow pigments. And of course their lipsticks and lip glosses and blushes are great. They're all fine. Kind of gauge where I am in terms of shade. I am 20 beige in Chanel Vita Aqua Lumiere foundation. So that might be able to help you guys, because I know you can pretty much get Chanel Vita Aqua Lumiere in any country and state. So you can go to a Chanel counter, get swatched, see what color you are, and know that I am beige 20, and go from there. So that's a very long explanation as to why I don't know my shade in MAC. Eventually one of these days I will get swatched. I'm just not a huge fan of them. I do remember I was an NC color, if that helps. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this first impressions video. I am going to be doing another Tarte product. It's their new CC primer or stick. Like, you can use it as a primer or as a CC stick. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. It really, 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 really helps me out when you like my video and thumbs up it. If you haven't subscribed already, I truly appreciate it if you could subscribe and support my channel. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment below in the description, leave a comment below in the comment section, or you can tweet me or ask me a question on Instagram. I love hearing from you guys. Oh, and if you want to message me on Facebook, you're welcome to do that as well. All of my social media is always linked in the description box below. Make sure you check that out, and I will see you next time.